I'm going to show you how to do a Psoas activation, and eventually, if we progress, we can go for a full Psoas leg lifting exercise. So for the regression, we're assuming that your Psoas is really not doing its job at the moment, so that hip flexor muscle is not doing its job. Okay, I have a chair right here. I'm just going to move it a little bit away, but it's right here, and that's where my leg's going to go. All you have to see is my hips and leg, so you're going to see laying on my back, I'm going to bring that one leg up and onto the chair. So right now, my leg that's up here is completely relaxed, but it's up here on the chair. Now, it's about at 45 degrees. So if straight down below me was 0 degrees and straight beside me was 90 degrees, it's about halfway between those 2 points. And my inner thigh is pointed straight up at the ceiling. My knee is straight. I am going to put in the mental effort of lifting my leg up off the chair. Now, when I lift, I want this opposite hip not to twist up with me. So this has to stay, and I'm really focusing on feeling the muscles of the front of the abs and thigh when I attempt to make the lift off with my leg. So if your psoas, if your hip flexor is really offline, you probably won't even lift your foot up off the chair. That's okay. You do as much effort as you can without the low back hurting and without this hip popping up. Now, let's assume that we've progressed, that psoas is doing better now, and we're ready to do more of an exercise. Then we can do an exercise where we start with both legs straight down. I lift one leg up, I rotate it so my inner thigh is going to point at the ceiling while I go and lower it down on that 45-degree angle, still with the opposite hip not popping up with it. Now, if I can do that easily, coming up the front and then out to the side, then my next and final progression would be to stay out to the side with my leg and to go up and down from that 45-degree angle, still making sure that the opposite hip doesn't pop up with me and making sure that my low back is not getting cranky because of it.